Now, you can cheer on your favorite knight as they fight in hand-to-hand combat, some jousting, a lot more.
The medieval fun is all part of the Calaveras Celtic Faire going on in Angels Camp, and we are joined by the founder, Patrick Carnahan, live from the Queen's Court with Mary, Queen of Scots. Good morning.
Royalty is with us this morning. Hi, Patrick.
Good morning. Yeah, I'm right here with hello out there. So glad you could join us on a frosty morning here in Angels Camp.
Frosty morning.
It's a beautiful day.
So tell us
Frosty, yes.
tell us what goes on here at the Celtic Faire.
Well, I guess the question is, what doesn't go on? There's so much here. It's the first Celtic Fair on the west coast of America. What is Celtic? We celebrate the cultures of Ireland, Scotland, Cornwall, and Wales. And we're open today. It's March 7th, 8th, and 9th. It's here at the Calaveras County Fairgrounds, Angels Camp. We celebrate the Celtic culture. We have living history, Mary, Queen of Scots. We have Vikings. We have Romans. We have live music. We have several bands doing concerts. We have sword fighting. We have Highland Games this year. It's just amazing. Plus, we have over 150 vendors. Plus, if you want Guinness and whiskey tasting, we have all that too. It's amazing. Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
I got to ask you about the historical.
Look at these wonderful reenactors.
I know, right? It's fantastic. They look fantastic. And wanted to ask you about the historical references. My husband, very proud of his Celtic heritage. He comes from the Gun Clan and knows his tartan, all that stuff. Can people come out and learn about their family tartans and clans and such?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, up at our Highland Games, we have a whole group of, they're called clan societies or information societies. Like there's a folks there that will tell you about your Irish heritage as well as your Scottish heritage. They'll tell you everything that you possibly want to know about the Celtic cultures. And if you want to learn about the different type of weaponry they use, we cover about 2,000 years of Celtic history. I mean, you'll see rapiers being used, you'll see the lances in jousting, you'll see even modern black powder weapons that were used like during the 1700s. It's amazing. Children and families come here, they learn so much history that they didn't know. A lot of folks don't know at one time the Celts were spread out through all Western Europe, all the way to Ukraine. And of course, over the years, as the Roman Empire got bigger, they got pushed further and further out to where they ended up in places like Ireland, Scotland, Cornwall, and Wales. So a little bit of history there.
You mentioned the Highland Games that are going to be going on. Does that mean we're going to see the caber toss?
That's my favorite.
That's right. That's right. We're going to be tossing big telephone poles. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That looks
in fact, we
impossible.
might go there and I know, especially if you don't have a very strong back, you could actually, end up with a lot of injuries. As you get older, like my age, I can't be throwing telephone poles anymore.
I mean,
But that was actually part of Scottish training. Yeah, it was amazing back in the days. The English wouldn't let the Scots practice with weapons. They didn't want them with weapons. So what the Scots did is they used things like rocks and large poles to throw to keep their strength up. So they were actually secretly training with weapons that weren't necessarily weapons, but it gave them the strength that they would need further on during battles with England.
Then I wonder if the English were like, we may have made a mistake with this. So you have Mary, Queen of Scots there. I don't know how far ahead that she has read in the history of Mary, Queen of Scots.
Don't
but
break.
Tell her not
Spoiler.
Tell her not to invest in hats.
Oh.
Yeah, unfortunately, they're saying about your future history, don't put a lot of money in hats.
Yeah.
We have no idea what that means. We don't know, Yeah,
Spoiler alert.
As you do like gambling, then maybe we got some problems. Yeah,
Exactly.
You may not need that crown.
We know how those things go.
Thank you, Patrick.
Patrick, we're going to see you next hour, too,
absolutely.
correct?
Yeah.
Next hour, you have more for us. Looking forward to that.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Patrick.
Yeah, great. Beautiful. Beautiful.
No, I think we cut him off. Kind of like Mary, Queen of Scots. We get ready to see knights, medieval games, and a whole lot more at the Celtic Faire and concert going on this weekend. Once again, we are joined this morning by Sean Patrick with more on it. Good morning. That's Sean and Patrick.
Good morning. How you doing out there? Good day, Sacramento.
Okay, so what is Sean holding? What is that?
I know, Sean, what are you holding there? Looks like a big hammer to me. What is that?
This is our 16-pound light hammer that we normally throw over 100 feet.
Oh, my God.
This baby flies. And we also have cabers, big old trees that we're going to be throwing. We have weights and stones, Braemar. We have about 30 athletes coming out to compete. So come on out and enjoy the show. Watch the strongest Scottish guys around.
How do you train for
we got a lot
something
of
like
ladies
that?
this year. That's awesome.
How do you
Super
train
amazing.
for something
How
like
do you
that?
train for something like that?
Well, there are throwing groups all over the Bay Area as well as Northern California, and you can link up with some of these groups through Facebook or on websites, and you can just go out and train. And the athletes love new people. We love training new people. We love teaching you techniques and how to work out and eat healthy and just be an athlete. So.
Absolutely amazing, isn't it? Yeah, and the weather this weekend is incredible. It's going to be sunny.
Amazing.
Look at that forecast. 3 days that we miss Cody. Cody, we hope you're feeling better back home.
Yeah.
We love you, Cody. You know, you're here in spirit. Yeah, we miss you. You're not even going to be wearing your kilt this weekend. Darn, Cody, what's up with that? Well, we love you, Cody. All right.
You mentioned the kilts and the weather, which makes me wonder, is wind a problem for you guys out there?
I'll tell you what the problem is. If you've ever worn a kilt and gone regimental, if you know what that means,
Yeah,
and
we
you
do.
sit on a metal bench when it's 30 degrees, guess
Oh.
what sticks to the bench?
Oh,
Remember that
no.
movie, Christmas Story with the tongue? Oh, yeah, but
Oh,
it's down
no.
there. And yeah, it actually sticks to metal. Not good. Not good at all.
I don't know why.
It happens.
I don't know why with that and the wind. I just pictured Patrick like Marilyn Monroe on the subway grate.
Yeah,
You know, with the
with
blowing
the
up.
white dress.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Well, those are visuals I will not be able to
Hey,
soon let go.
Patrick, if people are interested, do they need to
Yeah.
get tickets ahead of time? How do they do that? How's that all work?
You can just buy tickets at the gate. At this point, there are pre-sale tickets. In fact, we start today. It's Saturday. It's school education day. It's Friday, the 7th. It goes from 9:30 to about 3. But then we have a big kickoff party we call it Kaylee tonight with the Wicked Tinkers, and that starts at 6 o'clock. But tomorrow, gates open at 10 o'clock. On Sunday, 10. Saturday, we go to 8 p.m. On Sunday, we go to 5 p.m. One ticket buys everything. We got plenty of parking here at Angels Camp. Weather's amazingly
Yeah, it is.
sunny. We lucked out. St. Patrick blessed us with good weather, so we're so happy, you know. It's going to be a beautiful weekend, and there's so much to see. We have jousting all 3 days in a row. Knights in Armor will be out here. We have sword fighting. We have Highland Games, which is really fantastic.
Heavy stuff.
And we got dancers, sword fighting, as I mentioned. We have tons of bands, something for everybody at the Calaveras Celtic Faire.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, Patrick, let me
Heck
just
yeah.
recommend like maybe some cycling shorts or perhaps a nice boxer brief for the weekend because it'll be chilly in the morning.
Well,
But thank you, Patrick.
I'd say, yeah, but the biggest concern I'd say is get sunblock on. Sunblock.
Oh, that's a good point. Yes. Thank you, Patrick. Appreciate it. Did not need the Christmas story.
You asked the question.
Stop.
Stuck? Stuck? Stuck?